An oil exploration company discovers a well in 2012. A multinational oil company says it will buy it now for 120 million euros or pay 200 million euros in 7 years' time for it. If the interest rate is 6%, should the exploration company sell now or not? So, if the oil company pays 120 million euros for it right now, is that the same as what 200 million euros in 7 years' time is worth right now? So we're interested in the present value of 200 million euros. We want to compare this present value to a present value of 120 million euros. So let P stand for the present value of 200 million euros. And we know that P will amount to 200 million euros after 7 years. So I let A stand for 200 million euros. T is 7. The rate of interest is 6%. Here's the compound interest formula. So we rearrange this to get P. So we have A, R and T. We need to solve for P. So we just divide across and plug in. So in the denominator, R is 6%. 6 over 100 is 0.06. So we get 1.06 to the power of T, where T is 7. To two decimal places, we get 133,011,422 euros and 72 cents. So this is the present value of 200 million euros. This means that this amount of money will grow to 200,000 euros after 7 years. So we can say that a sum of money of 200 million euros in 7 years' time is equivalent to a sum of money of 133,011,423 euros now. Now, since the present value of 200 million euros is greater than 120 million euros, the exploration company should sell in 7 years' time. In 7 years' time, the exploration company will make 200 million euros, and that's the equivalent of making 133 million euros right now. Of course, they'll have to wait around for the money. That's the only thing. They'll have to wait 7 years. If the interest rate is 8%, what should the company do? So we saw that when the rate is 6%, then to the nearest integer, the principal is this amount. Now if the rate is 8%, we have to repeat the calculation. But this time the denominator will be bigger, because instead of 0.06 in here, we will have 0.08. We'll have 1.08 to the power of 7. The denominator is bigger, of course the entire thing is going to be smaller, so the present value is going to go down. To the nearest euro, we get 116,698,079 euros. Now this is less than 120 million, so it would be more profitable for the company to sell it now rather than in 7 years' time. If the exploration company sells it now, they'll make 120 million euros. If they wait for 7 years' time, well, they'll make 200 million euros in 7 years' time, but that's equivalent to making about 116 million euros right now. At what interest rate would it make no difference for the oil exploration company to sell now or in 2020? In words, we want the present value of 200 million euros to be 120 million euros, which is the selling price for the well right now. So let R be the rate of interest that we're looking for. We just calculate the present value using this formula here. And if we calculate this, we need to get 120 million euros. So 200 million euros must have a present value of 120 million euros. So we need to solve this equation for R. We can start by dividing both sides by 10 million. We can then cross multiply and rearrange, but that's just equivalent to interchanging these two terms. So we get 1 plus R over 100 to the power of 7 equals 5 over 3. Now we want to get R, so we need to get rid of this power here. So we put both sides to the power of the reciprocal of this power. The reciprocal of 7 is 1/7. So we put both sides to the power of 1/7. Now to get rid of brackets here, we just multiply the powers. So we get 1 plus r over 100 to the power of 1. 7 times 7 is 1. So that's why we chose the reciprocal of 7. And now on the left hand side we have 1 plus r over 100. And we can evaluate this. Well, I'll just leave it like this for now. So next we just solve for r. So we must get 5/3 to the power of 7. Subtract 1. I'm sorry, it's 5/3 to the power of 1/7, of course. Next we subtract 1. So that gives us r over 100. To get r we multiply this by 100. Just move the decimal point. To one decimal place we get 7.6. So this means that at a per annum rate of 7.6%, the present value of 200 million euros in 7 years' time is 120 million euros. Or we can say that 120 million euros will grow to 200 million euros in 7 years' time at 7.6% per annum.